Dorsey's Music World. They're singing in history and musical literacy. Mr. Dorsey's Music World. We're living the dream starts here.
Hi, and welcome to Mr. Dorsey's Music World, 4th grade music literacy lesson number 2. Hello to all my students at Seymour Dual Language Academy, as well as to my new friends on YouTube and WCNY. What are we going to learn today? Let's find out. Our learning goal today is broken down into 4 parts. Our big idea is performing. Our process is analyze and interpret. So that means, of course, look at something closely, figure out what it does, and then what do you do with that information. Our objective is I can read and understand 4 sixteenth notes. And our method, how are we going to do it, is performing, listening, and reading notation. At the end of this lesson, we're going to assess or grade ourselves on how we're doing. There are 3 questions you're going to want to think about as we go through this lesson. Can I perform the rhythms correctly? Can I identify the rhythm symbols? And can I explain what the rhythm symbols do? The song we're going to use today to help us learn about 4 sixteenth notes is the American Play Party song, Old Brass Wagon. As you're going to notice as I sing through the lyrics of the song, the lyrics are the directions to what you would dance to while performing this song. We're only going to do the first 2 verses because you can do as many verses as you want because you give directions about what to do in the dance. So, listen first. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. All right, echo after me. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. All right, let's try it together. 1, 2, ready and sing. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. Circle to the left, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. Circle to the right, the old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. We're going to take the lyrics out of Old Brass Wagon and we're going to perform the song using rhythm syllables. These are the rhythm syllables that I use with my students at Seymour. Your teachers, if you're watching on YouTube or WCNY, may use different syllables or a number system to help with rhythms. There are many right ways to do this, okay? This is just the way that I do it. It works for my students. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, go right ahead. All right? All right, echo after me. Taka tiki ta, ti ta ti ta ti. Taka tiki ta, ti ta ti ta ti. Taka tiki ta, ti ta ti ta ti. Ta ti ta ti ta ta. Okay, so what did you notice about the rhythm pattern? Most of our rhythms have been ta or a long ta, ta, or ta-ti. Our first rhythm in this song was takatiki. So that's new, right? And let's see, takatiki. How many sounds is that? Takatiki. So that's 4 sounds. And when I was snapping the beat, takatiki, takatiki, takatiki. So that was 4 sounds that fit in only 1 beat. So we have not seen that before, but we're going to see that in just a few minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you 4 rhythm patterns that have takatiki into it, and you echo after me. All right? Ta, ta, takatiki ta. Ta, ta, takatiki ta. Takatiki ta, takatiki ta. Takatiki ta, takatiki ta. Ta, takatiki ta. Ta, takatiki ta. Takatiki, takatiki, ta, ti, ta. Takatiki, takatiki, ta, ti, ta. Now that we know what takatiki sounds like, let's see what it looks like. And before we can do that, let's take a look at our prior knowledge up on the screen. If you're a student in the Syracuse City School District, you're going to receive a reference sheet that will have this information and more on it for you to reference. If you're not a student in the Syracuse City School District, I will have the prior knowledge for each lesson up on my website, mrdorseymusic.weebly.com. Let's put 4/16 notes up on the screen to see what it looks like. What do you notice about 4/16 notes? Right, so we already know that it is 4 sounds in only 1 beat. So there are 4 note heads. Remember, each note head is 1 sound. There are 2 beams at the top. Right. If there was only 1 beam at the top, they would look like 1/8 notes. 2 beams shows that they are 16th notes. Later on in your musical career, you will see what 1/16 note looks like, and then this will make even more sense. But for right now, 4/16 notes will always have 2 beams at the top. And that's how you'll know that it's different from 1/8 notes connected together. Now let's see what the rhythms we performed earlier look like. I'm going to perform each rhythm once by myself, and then you echo after me. While I'm performing it, remember to look and follow along so that you can make that connection. I'm also going to tap the beat so that you see where the beat is and where the rhythm is against the beat. Here's number 1. Ta, ta, takatiki ta. Here's number 2. Takatiki ta, takatiki ta. Here's number 3. Ta, takatiki ta. Here's number 4. Takatiki, takatiki, ta, ti, ta. Now let's go back and perform each one together. Here's number 1. 1, 2, ready and go. Ta, ta, takatiki ta. Here's number 2. 1, 2, ready and go. Takatiki ta, takatiki ta. Now let's try number 3. 1, 2, ready and go. Ta, takatiki ta. And let's do number 4. 1, 2, ready and go. Takatiki, takatiki, ta, ti, ta. Now this time, I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, go. I'm going to tap the beat, and I want to see if you can do it without my help. All right? Here's number 1. 1, 2, ready, and go. Here's number 2. 1, 2, ready, and go. Number 3. 1, 2, ready, and go. And number 4. 1, 2, ready, and go. Now, our final thing with the rhythm, we're going to do all 4 without stopping. So it's like one long 4-measure rhythm pattern this time. Are you ready for the challenge? I know you are. I know you can do this. So let's give it a try. Whew. All right. 1, 2, ready, and go. Ta, ta, taka-tiki ta. Taka-tiki ta, taka-tiki ta. Ta, taka-tiki ta. Taka-tiki, taka-tiki, ta-ti-ta. Let's go back to our learning goal and take a look at it. Our big idea was performing. Our process was analyze and interpret. Our objective was I can read and understand 4 sixteenth notes. And our method was performing, listening, and reading notation. So now let's see how we did. Our assessment, or we're grading ourselves. So we had 3 questions to think about. Can I perform the rhythms correctly? Can I identify the rhythm symbols? And can I explain what the rhythm symbols do? If you said yes to all 3 questions and you could teach it to someone else, you're an expert. You're ready for the next challenge. If you answered yes to all 3 questions, you're a practitioner. Now can you explain it to someone else? That'll bring you to the next level. If you answered yes to 1 or 2 questions, you're an apprentice. Pick 1 question you answered no to and work on that for next time. And finally, if you're just starting to learn this, you're a novice. Ask your teacher for more information. Well, that's it for today, everyone. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. This was a crash course in 4 sixteenth notes. We're going to slow it down after the next lesson. So until then, take care and see you soon.
Mr. Dorsey's Music World. We're singing in history and musical literacy. Mr. Dorsey's Music World. We're living the dream starts here.